As dudes, no one talks to us about skincare because it seems unmanly. It's kind of frowned upon, it's silly. We're supposed to be busy as playing sports and rolling in the dirt. But as someone who struggles with acne and struggled for most of my life, honestly, there's a lot of downsides, and it's really unfortunate that there's enough knowledge out there to help us, because not just the physical attributes, as someone you may know, it's the mental aspects. I remember waking up and having pimples one day and not wanting to go to class, or a new breakout would happen and I'll be like, shit, I need to cancel like party or the presentation. So a lot of the confidence that is built within us comes from the way we look, and things like acne, things like having unclear skin really hinders that. So I mean, I'm gonna show a picture here that I feel really embarrassed about even just sharing, but what's funny is this was my face at its best. Like, this was my acne at its best. I have so many pictures, and this was me when I was like, what, 21, 22? I have so many pictures of me in high school and early in college that were like 6 times worse than this. But I was too ashamed to take pictures. I was too embarrassed to have pictures of myself. So I would like untag myself on Facebook, delete photos of myself. So I really don't have any pictures from this time in my life. And this was one that I just randomly found out because I guess I forgot to delete it. Either way, looking like this for so long drove me down like a crazy obsessed trail of understanding what I can do to fix my skin. Over here, I was using 25 different steps because there's just so much knowledge and guesswork out there that it's impossible for what works for you to actually have a simple skincare routine that works. I was bombarded by influencer ads and marketing, and at one point I even bought a $400 like cream called Natura Bissé, that because Beyonce uses it, and I was like, this is the magic bullet, it'll finally fix my skin. No, dude, it just made it worse and I was broke. So even though I went down this massive rabbit hole and used a lot of products, I along the way learned what it takes to have a perfect skincare routine. Now, I'm not saying my skin is perfect, but I don't look like that picture anymore. Like, sure, I have some like black spots here and there because I have some acne scars from back in the day, but I know exactly what it takes to go from my old picture to now. I use Proactive, I use acneskincare.com. Like, I've tried everything. I literally have tried everything. And this today is a video that I wish I had 10 years ago, because I'm condensing my thousands of hours I watched on YouTube, research articles, talking to dermatologists, knowing dermatologists, like learning everything there is about the topic, trying it on myself, talking to others about it, and condensing it in one video. So I'm giving you everything I wish I had 10 years ago in one video form, because this would have saved me so much money, time, energy, and would have built my confidence from the start, because this is all you need to have the ultimate skincare routine. So the way this video is going to work is it's going to be personalized and tailored to you. Other influencers will tell you here's the 3 products you need, or just do this exact same thing. I'm being honest, bro. There is no perfect skincare routine that works for me that will also work for you. Everyone's skin is different. So the way I'm going to approach this is there's going to be 3 buckets for a PM routine and AM routine. Each routine will have 3 to 4 products: a cleanse, a treat, protect. That's about it. And in each bucket, I'm gonna recommend multiple products in different scenarios of understanding what works and what doesn't. And then it'll be up to you to decide, oh, this one speaks to me. Oh, I have this type of acne, or this not. And then use that and then create your own perfect routine for yourself. You don't need a lot of products, and you don't need a lot of money to have incredible skin. From buying $400 creams, I will tell you personally that the most effective things that have been in my life have all come under $20. So there's gonna be a lot of options here in that as well. There are some luxury creams which you can buy, and I'm gonna recommend some if you wanna pamper yourself, but cosmetically, it won't really make that much of a difference. It's more of just like a feel nice kind of thing. So if you're sticking around, grab yourself a cup of coffee, your favorite beverage, sit back, relax, because this video is gonna save you a ton of time, challenges, and you're gonna be so confident by the end of this, man. And skincare is one of those things that affects every single part of your life. So stick with me, I promise it's gonna make the biggest impact, because at the end of this video, I'm just gonna give you a whole laundry list of exactly what you need to do to never have to worry about this ever again. And all products will be linked in the description box down below, so you don't have to go around looking for them. I'm gonna find the best prices. And if you wanna help support the channel, use the links down below, or don't, bro. Just use whatever is the cheapest you can get. I don't even care about all this stuff. I just wanna help you be the best looking guy in any room you walk into, and never have to worry about how you look again, and never cancel on the lucky lady date, because you have already best skin and you never have to worry about that shit again. Let's get right into it. So let's start with the PM routine, because that's gonna be where a lot of the heavy lifting is to help with the acne, to help with the clear skin, and using a lot of products that are very more stimulating, is that the right word? But we say have more active ingredients in them to help you fix all this. Like I said earlier, each routine, AM and PM, will have 3 buckets. It'll be a cleanse, treat, and protect. So let's talk about the cleanse section in the beginning first, and then help you choose a product that you wanna use in this exact bucket. There are 2 types of active ingredients that are the best in cleansers to help with acne. They're salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide. Salicylic acid is best for if you have comedonal acne. So that's something that's more under the skin. It's more blackheads. It's basically acne that you would recognize it. And I'll put a picture up here of what more comedonal acne looks like. If that's you, salicylic acid is the best approach. Someone like me who has more inflammatory acne that like comes out of the skin, that's red, that's irritating, kind of hurts to touch. On top of that, and it becomes like pustules at some point because it comes like whiteheads, that is probably best suited for benzoyl peroxide, which prolifically just kills all the bacteria on your face. So one goes, cleans the pores. Imagine like the pipes in your tubing in your house. That's like what salicylic acid does. And benzoyl peroxide just destroys all bacteria in the face. But of course, depending on which acne you have, comedonal or inflammatory, which I'll put a picture up here, you want to go for that approach. In this situation, I would recommend products like this. CeraVe salicylic acid, it's one of the best products out there, honestly. You don't even need to look further than that. I think the Inky List has a great one as well. But salicylic acid is a tried and true proven method to clear comedonal acne, and just in general, if you're just even trying to have like a clear face, that's a really great approach. The CeraVe one is one I would definitely recommend. Benzoyl peroxide, there is a couple of products. There's one by Panoxyl, which is kind of the godfather in the benzoyl peroxide space. The cool thing that you kind of want to know is that studies have shown that under 4% is all you really need to have really effective benzoyl peroxide. I know there's Panoxyl has 10% and beyond. You don't really need that. It's just going to irritate your skin and face even worse. Look for under 4%. The one that I use myself is actually this Sidifo one. It has 2.6% benzoyl peroxide and it's microdosed. What am I saying? It's micronized. So what happens with micronized, it actually makes the skin less irritating. And this one is actually pretty sick because it has licorice root in there. Let's get the camera to focus. So the licorice root actually helps alleviate dark spots as well. So this one is really good. Panoxyl is the OG in the space. I think CeraVe also has like a foaming, cleansing one as well that I think you would like. But yeah, this one is probably the best one for me on the market for benzoyl peroxide. So that's step one, cleanse. Cleanse every single day. I know there's certain people out there who are saying you can just like splash water in your face. No, but if you have acne, you want to be cleansing every single day, because the four tenets of why kind of acne happens is either it's increases in hormones, or you have clogged pores, or that happens because of oil increase in production. And lastly, that causes inflammation. So you want to address some of those areas, right? And benzoyl peroxide really helps with oil production. Salicylic acid does as well. So every single product we're going to be talking about is going to be affecting some of these tenants here that cause the bacterial growth, or the oil production, or the inflammation that creates acne on your face. So step one, cleanse. Either choose salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide. Step two, treat. This is the most heavy lifting that your skin is gonna need. This is the most effective. Like if you only had like 15, 20 bucks and you're like, so that's all I have, this is where I would spend it on your PM routine over here, which is your retinoids. So you definitely want to use a retinoid every single night, and it's going to transform your skin absolutely. I mean, there's been research and studies done for 50 years plus on the effectiveness of retinoids. The efficacy of a retinoid is just unbelievable. Like people literally call it the closest thing to a miracle cream you can possibly get. It helps with wrinkles, helps with fine lines, it helps with skin cell turnover to help, get those black spots or acne scars, get rid of them. But it was actually formulated for acne in the beginning because it was just so effective. And one of the best parts about it is that it's very, very cheap. Well, it's like 15 bucks, whatever. It's like relatively cheap according to the skincare world, and it's one of the most effective things you can get. So two ways to go about this. There's a prescription one and non-prescription. Prescription means you go to a dermatologist and you get something like what I have here, a tretinoin. This is one of the OGs in the space. I mean, this is what, as you can see, the tube is kind of gone here, but this is kind of OG in the space. Tretinoin's been there forever. It works. It 100% works. Now, if you don't have access to a dermatologist or you don't want to go see one for any reason, I want to give you another option, which is almost just as effective as tretinoin, which is adapalene. So different makes an adapalene, and there's been many research studies that have shown that adapalene is just as effective almost as lower dosages of tretinoin, which is what I kind of use. I use the lower dosage because you don't need more if it works for your face. A different has adapalene. I'll put a picture up here. I'm pretty sure La Roche-Posay also has an adapalene that's very effective as well. So pick whatever's cheaper, just grab one of those. This is the heavy lifting. This is the one thing I'm telling you, man, stay consistent. Use this every single night for at least a couple of months and you will never look back. Like this is the kind of, when people talk about glass skin, having glass skin that's clear, skin that's healthy, that's translucent, that's the skin that you see models having, it's because they're using something like this. Like that's really what it is. So that's your treat step technically at night. So prescription-based, non-prescription-based, there's options on both sides. Just pick one, use it consistently. This is the bulk of all your entire simple skincare routine right here. Step three, protect. So since we're using something like a tretinoin or an adapalene, understandably, your skin might be a little irritated. So using a moisturizer at night is more important than it normally would be. So I would, and a lot of times people actually skip this. So in two scenarios, as a pro tip, one is I would use an eye cream because your skin under your eyes is really delicate and soft. So when you use something like a Retinoid or an adapalene for the first time, when you start building up the tolerance to it, it can kind of irritate it. So what I usually do is I cleanse, treat, and then use an eye cream. I use this one by CeraVe. It's a skin renewing cream. You can use any, honestly, eye cream in this scenario. Another one that I like a lot that I travel with often is this Kiehl's one. It's called Face Fuel. Eye Fuel. Face fuels or face wash. But I like this Kiehl's one a lot as well. But yeah, so put an eye cream underneath, and I kind of use that to frame and then put a Retinoid on top. But yes, and then afterwards you want to go in with a moisturizer. So this is like your most basic moisturizer. You really don't have to do much here. Like honestly, what I've been using for the longest time is this CeraVe like PM facial moisturizer. It's like 15 bucks. It gets the job done. It's highly researched. It has ceramides in here. It's an niacinamide. It's honestly one of the best on the market, 90% of the way there. So I would use something like this. You can also use La Roche-Posay also has like a double matte one that someone who, if you have a lot of oily skin, I would use that. It almost feels like there is no moisturizer on. So this would be very, very good for you. Another one that I also like to use, if you're one of those luxury people who wants to spend a little more to feel a little more pampered, Active Moist by Dermalogica. Let's get the camera to focus here. This one is really, really good. This is called Intensive Moisture Balance, but it's kind of rebranded, or it's not. But either way, the Active Moist one, this is not the exact one. The Active Moist one is one of the best ones that I think. It's gonna be like a little more, like 45 bucks if you wanna spend more money, but you don't have to. The La Roche-Posay one is really good. CeraVe PM is very, very good. And one that I find myself using very often as well is Cetaphil's Gentle Cleanser. Gentle Clear Line, the mattifying acne moisturizer. And this has salicylic acid in there, so it's a little irritating, which is why I didn't want to recommend it as a first choice. But as your skin adapts and it gets really used to the tretinoin and everything, then you can use one of these moisturizers. As a matte moisturizer, it's very easy, but honestly, bro, just get CeraVe PM. You don't have to worry too much about it. Or get one of these if you have a lot of acne and you want to move fast and your skin doesn't get irritated that easily. Yeah, and as a pro tip, use eye cream. I know people talk about saying you don't need an eye cream, and I agree, you don't need one. But for me, it just helps kind of not get irritated around the eyes when I use a tretinoin or an active ingredient like that. So yeah, that's the PM routine. And in summary, it's cleanser. Either use benzoyl peroxide if you have more inflammatory acne, or salicylic acid if you have more comedonal acne. So cleanser. Then you want to use a retinoid for a treat step, whether that's prescription-based using a tretinoin or non-prescription-based using adapalene. And then third is moisturizer, and use a matte moisturizer, something that will just help your skin repair its barrier and recover. Moisturizer is very important in this step because a lot of people overlook, and they might say, oh, my skin is oily and I'm going to get more acne because, you know, I'm going to put something like a moisturizer on. What's funny, when you dry your skin out, your body starts producing more oils, so that causes more acne. So by not using a moisturizer, actually causing more acne, even though it doesn't, to you, you might think you're adding more acne inducing ingredients on because it's like a moisturizer, but that's why it's a myth. So what I like to do if you have oily skin, which most likely you do, is use a mattifying moisturizer. So that's step 3, simple. And if you want to take it up a notch, then go ahead and put in like an eye cream right in the middle here, and that's about it. All right, so let's get into the AM routine. AM routine is so much simpler. It's less products essentially, but you kind of get the gist now. You've understood kind of what products, what things do what, and this knowledge is going to help you get into the AM routine. But yeah, same in the beginning. There's 3 steps: cleanse, treat, protect. So cleanse, use the same cleanser, whatever you use in the morning. For example, I use a Cetaphil one. I understand if your skin is very sensitive and you may not be able to handle a active ingredient related cleanser 2 times a day. Totally fair. Try first though using it to see if your skin doesn't work with it. But if it doesn't, then you can one night, one of the routines you use the activated one, and then the other one, you can use something simple like a CeraVe like hydrating cleanser. This is very simple. Just get like a generic insert cleanser here, whether it's this one, a Neutrogena one. Another one that you want to pamper yourself a bit. I like this one a lot actually. This is the one I travel with the most. It's the Dermalogica Special Cleansing Gel. It's so simple, so easy. It feels like, you know, it doesn't dry out the skin too much. If you want to pamper yourself even more, then you can get the SkinCeuticals Simply Clean Gel. This one makes my skin feel like a baby's butt after I clean it. But either way, just use a cleanser here. Either use the one that you use at night. If you can't tolerate it, then use a really simple cleansing gel in the morning as well. For the treat aspect, you can honestly ignore this step because you're already doing the heavy lifting at night and you're already using the active cleanser. You don't exactly need this step. Now for the ultimate skincare routine, because we're trying to get the most value and get the clearest skin of all time, I would over here insert a treatment that targets one of your problem areas. So if you're like me, who used to get a lot of acne, I still have a lot of like just acne scars or spots related from when I used to have acne. So for me, one of the things is having like more balanced like skin complexion. For that, I would recommend, and the reason I'm talking about this because I'm assuming you do as well. If you're someone who has dealt with acne, you also have acne scars or just like blemishes that just take months and years to get rid of. So in this treat section, once again, you don't need it, but if you want to do the next step, I would recommend something like either an azelaic acid or vitamin C. Azelaic acid is great because it helps fight acne, but at the same time helps get rid of those dark spots to a certain extent. Vitamin C does even more. If you don't have that many dark spots, but you have a little bit, I would recommend azelaic acid. It's a wonderful, wonderful addition to your skincare routine. The one by The Ordinary, which is pretty affordable, has a 10% azelaic acid. You can just use this as a cream and it works really, really well. Now, if you want to take care of your acne spots faster or you have more, then I would recommend upgrading to vitamin C. This is not an upgrade in the sense that it's like, oh, it's better when it's worse. It just depends what your skincare needs. If you don't need it, then don't use it. But if you want a vitamin C, which is also a very effective skincare tool, this is the tough one to recommend, but it's an absolutely incredible formula. It's the Similarian CF by SkinCeuticals. Let me get the camera to focus here. It's expensive, bro. It's like 150 bucks, maybe 200 even, maybe even 200. It's expensive. I understand. Don't get mad at me. It's 200 bucks, but this is like the OG vitamin C in the space. The Similarian also helps combat acne, and at the same time, this is such a good formula that has the most research studies based around it. Like the efficacy of this formula has been copycatted over and over again in history. Like people have talked about how amazing this solution is. I understand it's expensive though, so I'm not gonna force you to buy it. I'm gonna give you other solutions as well that are kind of close to this one, but if you got the dough and you wanna get the best thing on the market, the most highly researched, efficacious, the one that all the people you probably look up to probably use, is this one. They also have like a C ferulic, which is really famous, but I would use the Similarian one if you have acne, because that really will help with that and the dark spots as well. Another two options for vitamin C is La Roche-Posay has a great vitamin C as well. And I think the one that I haven't used this myself, but I've heard about, the Drunken Elephant has the vitamin C. And the funny story about it is that it's so similar to this guy over here, is that SkinCeuticals actually sued the Drunken Elephant formula. I'm just saying, if these guys sue them, it must be very close to what these guys are. So I would look into that as well. If you're someone who just has a lot of acne and you don't really care about the dark spots because you're focused on the acne right now, then I would just do something more like one of like this acne control gel by CeraVe. I use this off and on when I see like my skin starting to get like pimples or inflammation that's more than usual, or maybe I've been drinking, maybe I've been traveling, and I just want to make sure I don't get any acne next week, because I've noticed that actually happens from traveling or drinking or whatever. I use this. Just use this instead. This has like salicylic acid as well, but it has like, just glycolic acid to help exfoliate the top layer, to help your tretinoin at night sink in even deeper. Either way, there's only really three things you can do the treat step here. The vitamin C for more acne spots, azelaic acid if you want to mix of both. If you want to go full in on acne, use acne cleansing gel. Cetaphil has one as well. I think it's kind of called the same, like acne gel or something like that. They're all great tools. Either way, just find one that works for you in the treat step or get rid of altogether, because you don't really need this part because you're doing the heavy lifting at night. Lastly, moisturize, protect. So use the same moisturizer as doing at night, whether that's the salicylic acid, the Gentle Clear one that I like and I personally use, whether that's the one from La Roche-Posay. Just use whatever you want to use over here. The last step is to this three-part. There's a fourth part to this one, because protect is almost like two. There's moisturize, but then there's using a sunscreen. For us dudes with acne, sunscreen is one of the most important things we can do, because our dark spots get worse when you expose yourself to sunlight. So if you want to make sure you're taking care of your skin, and all the work that we were doing at this point is actually helpful, and you're not harming yourself, besides obviously preventing cancer, preventing all these other types of traumas to your skin, you want to use a sunscreen every single freaking day. Every single freaking day you want to use a sunscreen. So I became a sunscreen connoisseur when I learned about all the benefits, the proactive elements of using a sunscreen over and over again. And man, when I tell you, I hate sunscreen, because as a brown dude, a lot of the sunscreens leave a white cast, and I hate that. And it feels thick and it feels greasy, and I never ever want to use it. And I literally look like I don't know, like putting like face paint on myself whenever I use it and go out. And when I start sweating, if I'm walking around, it's like dripping like wet. So I hated sunscreen for the longest time, which led me down a massive rabbit hole. If you want my advice, the best sunscreen that I've found that works for me as a guy with brown skin or not, because I just think it's generally the best one on the market, Supergoop. You want to look for something that is a sunscreen that you're going to use every day. All the other influencers will tell you, buy this sunscreen, buy that sunscreen, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna give it to you honest. The only sunscreen that matters is the sunscreen that you wear. There's two categories of sunscreen. There's mineral sunscreen, there's chemical sunscreen. There's a massive debate about which one is better, which one is worse, blah, blah, blah. This one seeps into your skin, this one doesn't. I'm telling you right now, all that debate doesn't matter. Like from talking to dermatologists, learning from them, watching their content, the debate doesn't matter. What matters is the sunscreen in the long run that you will use is the most important. And I found this one, though it's more expensive than other sunscreens on the market, but it really isn't that much. A sunscreen will cost you like what, 15, max 20 bucks. This one's like 35 bucks. You're spending like $15 more to get a sunscreen that you're gonna use every single day. It's crazy how clear this goes. I'm gonna show you guys right here. Like this is sunscreen. Like, let me get the camera focus. This is sunscreen. Like, it literally is barely white. And I'm gonna, like, let me just put this on right here, right now. Like, it's crazy. It's literally crazy. You see, it's nothing. It's nothing. So I keep like multiple around these. I keep one on my desk. I keep one in my bathroom. I keep one on my doors, like right before I leave to remind myself. And I keep one in my backpack. They come in different sizes. So definitely use a sunscreen. Now, a cool proactive trick here that you can, I'm looking here because there's like multiple products, but a cool trick that you can use here is you're also someone with brown skin and you don't want to use a sunscreen that leaves a white cast, or you're just someone who wants to get an edge in the ultimate skincare routine, is to use a tinted sunscreen. They exist, they're pretty badass. I actually use them from time to time. The two that I think are the best on the market, that many dermatologists as well think are the best on the market, are this Elta MD broad spectrum one, and I personally use this SkinCeuticals ones when I travel all the time. UV defense. They are tinted moisture. So what is a tinted sunscreen? Essentially, it's not like you're wearing makeup. You're not wearing makeup. You're not wearing concealer in any way. What you're doing, what they're doing is it's kind of like a there is a brownish tint. There is a tint. You can't get past that. But what the tint is, the technology behind the tint is that it takes your natural skin color and it blends into that. So it's not like you're gonna wear, like half your skin's gonna be brown and the other skin's gonna be your own color. It's like, that's not what's gonna happen here. What's gonna do is it's gonna let me show you. So I wore the SkinCeuticals one on this side, not SkinCeuticals, sorry, I wore the Supergoop one on this side. So this is the Elta MD one. So it comes in as like this brown liquid-ish thing, right? But it's not like brown as in like you're wearing makeup. Like you're gonna put it on your skin, but when you blend, when you start dragging it across, it's gonna take the color of your skin. So it's not like you have to know like what color skin you are, essentially. It's gonna capture the light and the essence of what your skin color is. So the reason I like this, and now you can see, one went on clear, one went on tinted, and they look the same exact on my face almost. So the reason I like this one a lot is because it gives you that extra edge. Because we all have imperfections on our skin. We all have like dark spots or stuff. There's always something on our face, right, that we may not think is perfect. So a tinted sunscreen will just kind of even your entire skin tone and make an even complexion. So what's funny is like even at nighttime when I'm going out and I'm going to a party or something, I feel like I want to wear like a tinted sunscreen. I'll literally put it on at nighttime because I feel like it gives me that edge sometimes. So this is a great one. The SkinCeuticals one is also excellent as well. I just like the size of this. The other one doesn't come in a smaller size, so I'd like to travel with this one. It literally is the same exact thing in my opinion, like in terms of quality and efficacy. Now a pro move, because last time I gave a pro move, so this time I gave a pro move as well. If you're a dude who likes to buy less and less products and you only want because we have like 4 products in your PM routine, 4 products, and we have like 4 products in your AM routine. If you want to make it 3, you can buy things that are like a dual moisturizer and sunscreen, which is a very effective thing as a guy who's lazy, who doesn't want to spend a lot of money and also wants to like remember to put sunscreen all the time. So in this scenario, I should have it over here in the back. Sorry guys. For example, this is the great one by Jack Black. Double duty moisturizer. I've been using these guys for years. I also travel with this one as well because it comes in a smaller size, which I absolutely love. But yeah, it's like, it says sunscreen, it meets a moisturizer. You never have to worry about both. You can keep reapplying all the time. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because you're doing both at the same time. It's like you would almost never miss sunscreen because you're never gonna forget to moisturize because you're always wearing this in one. So it reduces one step in the series and you don't need that many products. Another one, if you like the whole tinted path that we're talking about, this one by Dermatology. I've actually fallen in love with this one and I find myself coming back to this one over and over again. It's almost like a 3-in-1 product. It's like a tint meets a moisturizer meets a sunscreen, and it's really good. It goes on very light, non-greasy. Not saying this one is greasy as well. This one just doesn't have the tint. It's just what you want to go for, right? If you don't want a tint, go for this one. If you do want that tint, go for this one. Like I absolutely have been using this one all the time. I actually loved it so much. I bought it for my mother as well. And I just think it's just a great product overall. I mean, yeah, man, it does it all. Like you literally don't need anything after this one. So it's great to travel with as well because it's 3 products in one. It's pretty affordable, not that bad, honestly. It's like under 30 bucks as well. But yeah, that's kind of it, guys. That is kind of it, the whole product recommendation. Once again, to do another quick and summary over here is cleanser. Use the same cleanser you're using at night. If you try using the same cleanser at night and it's a little too harsh or irritates your skin because you're also using adapalene or tretinoin at night, then it makes sense. You can use just a normal hydrating moisturizer here, like some of the ones I recommended. But either way, pretty much you're most likely going to use the same moisturizer, the same cleanser that you're using at night over here in the daytime. Either treat acne scars, treat both at the same time, or go full on acne. Also, don't need this step. It's not really much needed, but it is helpful if you want to get the extra juice or extra toothpaste out of your tube, if that makes sense. Second, Protect comprises of 2 components, Moisturize, which is the same moisturizer from at night, or if you want, you can also use a 2-in-1 moisturizer that includes a sunscreen, and then B is you want to use a sunscreen to use after the moisturizer as well. And then there's 2 different options on sunscreens. There's a tinted and non-tinted. Whatever, at the end of the day, the message you need to know is find one that works for you and wear that the most often. So I hope you guys got some value from that video. I don't even know how long this video has been going. Like I'm trying to look here for the runtime. I think it's showing like 30 minutes. Either way, you can't have an ultimate skincare routine without going through every single thing. And I hate it when influencers or some guru says, buy this one product, it'll cure your needs. So this is the exact 3 system. There are 3 products you need. Bullshit. Everyone's skin is different. So I gave you multiple buckets, like a template, and I gave you options within each template to fit into your routine. Each routine shouldn't have more than 3 to 4 products. You really don't need it. 3 to 4 products at most, and that's gonna be the simplest, most effective way to take care of your skin. And I'm telling you guys, skin, large organ in the body, takes many, many weeks to adjust. It takes many, many weeks to recover. It takes many, many weeks to regenerate new skin. So don't try this for 5 days and come back to me in the comments and be like, Sid, this doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. Like, I knew this. No, dude, give it at least 2 months. I know good things take time to those who wait, but you need to give it at least a month and a half, 2 months. Honestly, ideally, give it 3 months. Give it 3 months before you even try anything new. Find your routine from the products I mentioned in this video, stick with it for 2 to 3 months, and then come back and tell me how good of an experience it is. Because oftentimes the lack of consistency, the lack of perseverance, when you start doing all these products and you're still getting pimples and you still understand what's going on, it takes time for your skin to readjust to the new formulas. It takes time to readjust to a new skincare routine. You may be getting pimples 6 weeks into doing this routine. Doesn't mean it's not working. It just takes time. Give it 2 months, give it 3 months, and I promise you, you'll never have to look back. You'll never have to buy $400 creams like me, and you don't have to look at other people's videos of like 3 hours long and dermatology breakdowns and all these products, all the influencer ads, all the Facebook, Instagram ads that you keep getting like shot through on your newsfeed. You don't even have to look at them. You can just ignore them because you don't need them because you have a skincare routine that is simple, that's effective, that works. And then just keep doing this over and over again for the next however many years, and you will have clear glass skin like what you've always dreamed of. If you stuck around this far, I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. You're all are real ones. And if you're new here, my name is Sid Chavla, and I drop videos like these once a week in order to help you look, feel, and think that you are the greatest person on this universe, whether that's with grooming, fragrance, lifestyle, personal development, charisma, habits, whatever it is, I have it here for you. If that's the kind of content that interests you, it would mean a lot to me if you hit that like button down below to help the YouTube algorithm push my video out to others, and also subscribe to connect with me further and just see what I'm up to and get more advice like this. And if you want to learn what I'm doing up to on a day-to-day basis, you can follow me on Instagram where I post content there almost every day on my story. And just let me know in the comments, guys, what kind of more videos you want to see. Is it more skincare, is it more fragrance, more grooming, whatever the content is, whatever the topic is, let me in the comments down below, and I promise I read it and will comment and reply to every single one of you all right now. And I wish you all nothing but the best on the road, on the journey to clear skin, and until next time, See you guys. Keep crushing it.